Hello, beautiful souls. I am Valeria Maritza at Healing Through You. I am an infinite being of light, and so are you. Today, I want to talk to you about going with the flow. When something comes to you, towards you, that is unexpected, the first feeling that we as humans tend to go to is that of restriction, constriction, and fear. And that comes from the fear of the unknown, the thought of overwhelming things that we too many things need to change. So I'll give you an example. For example, let's say you are set to go on vacation on Monday, and everything is set, you're leaving, your work, everything is set for the week that you're going to be away. And then something unexpected happens, such as, let's say, somebody gets sick and you cannot leave on that week, but you can maybe leave the following week. So the first thought is like, oh my gosh, everything is going to change, right? So then you have all of these ideas coming into flooding into your head. Do I just go without the person who's sick? Do I change the schedule? Do we need to figure out the schedules for vacation at work? Maybe it's not just you, maybe it's you and your partner, maybe it's you and different family members. Maybe other people are starting school and they can no longer come. Maybe there's doctor's appointment scheduled for the following week or the week later, and you don't have that availability. And so all of these things come flooding through, stressful as stress, and I can't do it, and it's just really difficult, right? And that is the first sense that comes in. And what that creates is resistance. It creates resistance to what's happening, right? So let's say somebody got sick. Let's say somebody comes down with a really bad cold. I don't want to use the other word, and you know what I'm talking about. Um, then there's like a lot of fear around it. What's going to happen? How do I do this? And you become very resistant to it. And when we are resisting something, what happens is that you're actually putting more of your energy towards it, and you're making it happen even more. You're making things continue to go in that direction, right? So, what do I mean by that? It means that, let's say somebody gets sick and you have that whole panic attack of, anxiety, or all the work that you need to do, and maybe it's going to have to be canceled altogether, and all of that, really dreadful thought. That's resistance. But if instead you allow that feeling to come through, you allow it to be in your body, you allow it to acknowledge what's going on, and then you let it go. You breathe, you take a deep breath in through your nose, and you let it go through your mouth. You calm your nervous system down. You can do this 2, 3 times. You calm your nervous system down. You calm yourself down. And then you allow the universe to give you options. Because everything that's happening happens for you, not to you. It happens for you. How many times have you read things about um, people missing their plane, or something happened, everything was wrong, they woke up late, they didn't make their trip, and then something happened with that plane, like it crashed or something terrible where people perished, right? And then all of that thought that you had, that, oh, I'm going to be late, I'm going to miss my gig, I'm going to whatever it is, now it makes sense to us, right? So a lot of times things happen and we just don't know what the greater purpose of it is. Our angels are always with us, our guides are always with us, working to protect us and to bring us the greatest, best outcome for whatever it is that we're going through at the moment. So when things don't work out exactly how you want, or they're looking like they're going really down the spiral, there is a higher purpose. I know. People are thinking, well, there is no higher purpose. Let's say somebody's like really ill or terminally ill, right? And you know this is going to happen, and that's that. What's the purpose in that, right? It's really difficult to see what the purpose might be in losing someone that we really love, or losing a job, or losing our home. I think we talked about this last time. But when you go with the flow, okay, this is what the universe is bringing me. How can I make this better? How can it become better? You can ask the universe, how does it get any better than this, right? And just allow the situation to bring you opportunities and possibilities that you may not even be aware that were there before. So let's go back to the vacation thing, right? So you're on the vacation and you're like, okay, well, let's see. Once you calm your system down, once you begin to figure out, okay, now what do I need to do? Then you pick up the phone and you're like, okay, maybe I need to change the dates, right? I cannot do next week because I have all of this stuff going. Maybe I can do in 2 weeks, right? Okay, I can do 2 weeks. Do you have anything available? And then things start to change, start to move. Oh, I have to pay extra for that, changing perhaps the tickets. Maybe there's not availability. Maybe it's 3 weeks you have to change it, and it's like a big deal, right? But okay, let's take that and let's see if we can move the vacation from work. And guess what? Your boss says, okay, yeah, this is good. It's still working. All right, we can do that. There's nobody else on that week. And okay, you go ahead and you do that. Maybe you do have to pay a little extra. And then you continue moving things forward. Maybe you change the doctor's appointment that was scheduled on that new week. Um, and then you begin to see the good in it, right? I was actually quite stressed living this Monday because there was so much more I had to do. And now I know that I have extra time to get that stuff done before I go away. So actually, it's working a little bit better. And you begin to see these little glimpses of the actual good that's happening, right? And then once you tune into those little bits of things that are better, that are like, you know what, this may not be so bad. Maybe the weather will be better, right? Um, or whatever it is, then more things start to flow in the way that brings you more joy and things actually become better. So, for example, you might take the vacation, you ended up paying a little bit more, you get to the plane, they're like, oh, we're going to upgrade you because, I don't know, something happened, and then you get a better flight. Wow, like that wouldn't have happened the time before. This is happening now. So how does it get any better than that, right? Maybe there was a big storm, or it was like cloudy or rainy almost the whole week that you were supposed to go out, and now the next week when you were able to change it, it's perfect weather and lots of things happening, right? We're talking here at the end of August. A lot of people are really cramming in their last vacations before, let's say you had to move it to like the first week of September, and you're like, you know what? There's a lot less people at this place. It's a lot less crowded where I'm going. Maybe I like that. Maybe you like that, right? Maybe it's better, and you're able to get more out of your vacation than if you had gone the week that you had originally planned. All of these things begin to be shown to you for you to acknowledge them, accept them, and see the difference. So you begin to see the good in what happened at the beginning that wasn't so good, right? But these things show up for you and you begin to see them and recognize them and enjoy them when you shift your energy from that energy of becoming resistance and thinking that everything is wrong, everything's going wrong and it's terrible and it's so much extra work, from getting moving into starting to do the work, moving, making the phone calls, making the changes and all that, and then beginning to see the rewards of it. Because once you get in flow with what's coming to you, which remember, it's happening for you, not happening to you. Once you get in the flow of that and acceptance and beginning to see the joy, then you see how everything flows even better. This works for anything and everything. So begin to see the parts that you can find that are positive. Okay, this is not what I really wanted. I wasn't ready for this type of trauma or this type of crisis in my life. But let's see how is this becoming better. I had a really dear friend. Her father was very ill, very old, and it was finally time for his soul to cross over, and everybody knew about it. And um, the big pandemic was going on, and nobody had seen each other for the duration of the pandemic. And so the father started his health started going down even more and becoming ready to cross over. And what happened is that he was able to be transferred to a place where you could have visitors because of the situation, and it wasn't one of those places where like everybody's just like kicking you out and you can't see your loved ones before they cross over. That was like a terrible thing that happened, but like in this situation it didn't. And then family members were able to travel at this time from different places of the country and gather together, um, to be with their father during his last days. And even though they were losing his soul, now I'm telling you, he was very elderly and had a really long life, and this was expected. His health had been declined, so it wasn't like a bad thing. I'm not saying that death is like a good thing in any way, for us who are still here, but it brought the family together. They were able to come together after such a long time of not being able to see each other, have conversations, catch up, and get to see each other, something that was not possible and would not have been possible if it had been a different situation. And then they were all there, able to help each other and support each other and their father as the father was crossing over to the other side. So this is just one example, of being able to see the parts, right? People were feeling good about seeing his soul cross over to the side because he was in pain. He was not having an optimal life here on this earth at the moment. And he was able to see everybody, say goodbye to everybody, and do all of that stuff. But all of the family members were also able to be there together. So that was a beautiful thing that happened, right? In a situation that is not a happy situation when you're losing a loved one. But that's just another example that's coming through for me to share with you. Okay, so when something is coming to you, and the first thought, feeling, ideas are that of constriction and resistance. Remember this podcast, this one episode about, okay, it's okay to constrict, it's okay to feel, it's okay to feel angry, it's okay to feel sad, whatever emotions you're receiving, and then let it go and shift to like, okay, what do I need to know now? What do I need to do now? And begin to shift your energy into the things that you need to do to move to the next part. Okay, I hope this helped you. I love you so much, sending you so much love, so much um, encouragement for whatever it is that's going in your life right now. Much love to you. Please like this podcast, share it with your friends so that more people can get the messages. And please write a review if you so feel called for it, because it will really help more people finding this. Okay, I love you so much, and I will talk to you soon. Bye bye.